What up? This is Robert Horry.
Horry, three-pointer. Buries it.
You might know me as Big Shot Bob.
To Horry for three. Oh, unbelievable. This guy is off the charts.
What's going on, Big Shot Bob?
Robert Horry from downtown.
What you laughing at?
I'm just mad that we ain't doing this in Vegas from Summer League.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's a whole other conversation for a whole other show. Everything that went down and didn't go down in Vegas in regards to this show. It is the Big Shot Bob podcast. B-Dog Brandon Harper. I'm Rob Jenners. That, of course, is seven-time NBA champion Robert Horry.
Definitely would have been a good time.
Yeah, it would have been a blast, man. Would have been a blast. Are you paying attention to Summer League?
A little bit. You know, I watched. I'm not gonna lie. I watched the first two games. You know, the ones with Caleb and Boozer and AJ and.
Well, they shut AJ down for the rest of Summer League.
Oh yeah,
they did.
I believe there was a report that said the Wizards have shut him down.
I saw that too. I don't know if it was. It's hard to know. Sometimes you pass stuff on social. You don't know if it's just people talking out of their ass or if it's a real thing. So.
I wonder why.
My thing is, I don't know. I don't know if it's injury. I don't know. I don't think it has anything to do with injury. My thing is probably because they saw all they needed to see. But I'm like, he played a game or two.
Yeah.
But he is the number one pick. So.
Yeah. Or it could be like you getting in the way of other guys' development because you're shooting all the balls.
That's true.
We need to see somebody else do something. You know what I mean?
But he got to develop too, because even though he's the number one pick, it doesn't guarantee anything. You need to see what he can do.
Yeah, you know,
because he's your future.
Thing that, you know, this is the part that I always I laugh at. Like, oh man, he's killing in Summer League. You know, half the guys or 3/4 the guys he playing in Summer League ain't going to the next level. So I'm like, is he really? You know, so that's what I always look at guys like. You played a guy who's not going to be in the league, and you gave him like 20. I'm not talking about the band or something. I'm just saying, like, I have friends that be talking about, oh, this guy's going to be good. I'm like, man, he playing against guys that ain't going to be in the league.
Yeah.
So you need to know. I need to see him going up against dudes in the league. You know, go down to play his.
And if that is true that they shut him down, I don't like that.
Mm-hmm.
Just get him reps. Like, if nothing else, get him some time on the floor, get him working into an offense, get him, you know what I mean? Like, build the muscle memory a little bit more. Not that he doesn't
learn the plays. I remember when I did my summer league in Houston, it was so helpful that we were running some of the plays that we was going to run during the season.
Yeah.
Because you got used to the plays. But it's a different thing. Now I'm on the wing where I can pull up for a jumper, and you got Elijah on the block looking at, hey, young fella, give me the fucking ball. The whole system
changes the dynamic a little bit. Yeah. Not some dude who's going to be bagging groceries at the Piggly Wiggly in a couple of weeks. You know what I mean? He ain't down there.
Man, hey, probably I wonder how many people who listen to us know even what a Piggly Wiggly is.
It's a good question. I don't know where that pull came from either, because we don't have any in Atlanta. I don't think we do. Harp, we don't have any Piggly Wigglies here, do we?
Not in Atlanta.
No,
in the country.
It's like a southern thing. It's
yeah.
I think it's in the Carolinas mostly.
Yeah, we got some. Yeah. It's some in central Georgia.
Okay,
it's a couple.
A Piggly Wigglies?
Yeah, it's down where I went to school down in the Macon area, Fort Valley. I understand we have a broad fan base on this show.
You do.
Just zoom to the map of Georgia and go down some until you see a city called Macon. And below there's a city called Fort Valley. There's a Piggly Wiggly there, and there's a Piggly Wiggly in another city called Warner Robins. So if you have the time to do that, if you want to figure things out and you love geography, go ahead and do that for me.
I hope nobody has for
I hope nobody has the time either.
I hope you got better things in your life.
There's a lot of stuff
y'all going to be hearing from Piggly Wiggly until y'all talking about them like that.
No. I don't dislike the Piggly Wiggly. I just honestly, the name alone makes it, it gives it the value that it needs to be included on any show.
Yeah.
Was the Piggly Wiggly?
Speaking of people gonna give you shit, you remember?
Great.
You remember how I was talking bad about the Washington Wizards on the podcast? How they weren't gonna win for so long. And then the other day, I was on NBA TV on the association. And I picked them as my dark horse. people got mad at me for picking him as a dark horse.
No,
I'm like, damn.
they're like, wait a minute.
I hated on you. Now I'm loving you. Which one do you?
Make
which one
up
are you mad
your
at?
damn mind. Yes.
Exactly. I thought that was hilarious, man. Like, well, you said they wouldn't be good. Nobody knew you was gonna make all these great trades.
Yeah. Well, see, but that's what happens when you talk shit on the podcast. And eventually it comes, you don't think about the fact that it's more than just the three of us that listen to this nonsense. You know what I mean? Every now and then I get blown up on Twitter by somebody and I'm like, guys in England. And I'm like, what are you doing killing me from England, buddy? Like, where'd you come from?
But I appreciate everybody who listened. But hey, your mind can change. Things and circumstances happen. And so, yeah, I picked the Wizards as my dark horse this year to do damage in the East.
Okay. I mean, look, if that's just the big thing. If they're healthy, we talked about it a little bit. Was it a week ago or 2 weeks ago that there's a lot more upside to them than there has been in probably years and years.
Since what, 2000?
Was it the
92
John Wall years? I mean,
since John Wall and Bradley Beal were like killing it. Yeah,
and that was 2009, 2010, something like that. 2011 maybe.
Man, we can't think back that far. That's like when dinosaurs roamed.
No, yeah, I know. My mind doesn't go back that far. How's your week been?
Week's been good. I one of my good friends named John Balin. I've been knowing him since '94. He was one of the guys that did all my video games, corn ops. Now I had when I first got into NBA, I had like NBA Jam, of course, right. WWE, all these video games. He was one of the guys that would always like help me get them. Then if something went wrong, fix them. So he invited me to dinner last night down at Disney, and I had so much fun. I was like, man, I'm like a little kid. I see why it's all grown ups at Disney, man. So
yeah, dude, it's fun.
Yeah, so that's the only thing that's been happening that I had as outside the norm that's been fun. Other than that, I've been just sitting in the house training Christian because Christian's home for a month, so he and I have been having a good time in the gym. I didn't realize how much I missed shooting the basketball until I started hanging out with him.
Is that the first time you shot the basketball in a while?
Man, so I hadn't trained with Christian in about 2 years because once he went to UCLA, he and I didn't train because he was over there training.
Yeah, he's got his own, yeah.
Yeah, so this is like the first time that I was in the gym like on a consistent basis and shooting. So let me just say this. I was so from just doing this all the time,
All of a sudden your shoulders are on fire. You're like, what the hell did I do?
Like, what the hell's wrong with my back?
I just pulled up from Jay's. That's all I was doing, man. All of a sudden I ain't got it no more.
Yeah, so it's fun, man. Made me realize how much I love it and miss playing basketball.
Christian's a junior?
He's a junior in the classroom, sophomore. Well, like a freshman on the court. Who knows what these rules they got now?
So he's what, a red shirt sophomore?
Yeah.
Something like that, yeah. What's his playing time look like over there? Do you think he's going to get some time?
I think he's going to get some time. You got to wait and see. He's going to go backwards to go forward. He's going to Cal State, LA, and play there for Michael Cooper.
Okay.
And what I like best is, Coop, defensive guy, Christian, defensive guy. But I hope they get together and be like, yo, F defense, shoot the ball, so everybody can see how much you can score. Because Christian can shoot the ball. He's just having an opportunity to show people what he can do. So we happy to see what happens. Hopefully it turns out great for him.
Good. Yeah, I hope so. I mean, it's that season of young player development, man.
Yeah.
Between college and summer league and everything going on right now, that's just where we are.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, where do you want to start? I've got questions all over the show sheet this week, and I don't even know where to start. Is Kuminga a Laker? Did that happen yet?
No.
I don't think he's going because they signed the other guy.
But it's apparently like there was one played into the other as I was reading it was Zaire Williams agreed to the 1 year $3 million contract. They can take back salary exceeding $20 million in a sign and trade centered on Vando if they decide they want to move Vando. And then the Lakers will have enough interest in Kuminga wants 20 to 25 mil a year.
That's what the Hawks opted out of. I think it was like 24 million.
Yeah, and now I've seen reports that the initial offering from the Lakers was like 2 years and 20. And that's about half of where Kuminga wants to be.
Yeah.
I don't know if I see LA coming off of that and throwing him 20 a year.
I don't see anybody coming off that. You look at all these guys around the league and they're signing deals But some dudes are signing deals where you're like, damn, he got that much. You sign some deals with you didn't get that. You didn't get enough for your value. And so for Kuminga, I think the well is gonna run dry. So he better sign somewhere quick and just say, I'm gonna sign a 1-year deal with an option, and then go from there, because you don't want to put yourself in a Dennis Schroeder situation.
Yeah, that's true.
That's absolutely true. Well, you're talking about guys signing deals. What were your thoughts on the Wembanyama deal? Because
I was very proud.
He didn't go for the Supermax.
I was proud of him. You think about, you always talk about culture, and you talk about, we always talk, when we say culture, Miami culture, Lakers, Celtics, and Spurs. And this is a Spurs culture, where the guy is being selfless and saying, you know what, I know I can make all the money, but I see I'm playing with 4 young, talented guys that's going to need their money.
Right.
So he's thinking about the future, so he took less money to make sure those guys get their money. And to me, as a guy, I'm like, okay, he's saving money for me, and he's a superstar. Shit, I ain't going nowhere, because he's looking out for me. So he's gonna continue to look out for me in more ways than one, and like that makes that carries a lot of weight. And to me, I don't know how these young guys think like that, but to me, that carries a lot of weight for him to be, thinking about the future and my teammates, because that's a sign that he want to keep this team together, and if he does. Woo!
Yeah.
It's gonna be trouble.
I hope they salute him, and I hope this is another form of leadership. I'm a proponent of guys getting their money. I'm not the biggest fan of guys leaving money necessarily on the table, because you don't necessarily know how long you have in this league to be able to make this kind of money. So I've always been a get as much as you possibly can. However, when you talk about a guy like Wemby, who's a once in a lifetime and once in a generation type of talent, he doesn't have to worry too much, because he's going to make his money regardless. Endorsements, he's going to be turning down. Some guys got to go look for endorsements. Those endorsements come to his doorstep, and he's going to be turning down money left and right. So money isn't an issue. He is coming from the standpoint of winning. Like you said, Spurs culture, like I want to be able to take care of the guys that were in the trenches with me, or possibly anybody that you all possibly think you can bring in here and help us win in the future. And so if I'm looking at that, I'm like, you know what? I can't say anything wrong about a guy that's that solid. We can say whatever we wanted about his finals performance. All fine, whatever. But at the same time, he's 22 years old, got to the finals in his 3rd season. Hey, and he's a guy of high character, taking care of the other guys on this squad and possibly other guys as well. So, look, you can't do nothing but salute, because I looked at them numbers. I said, he had to take a pay cut, because ain't no way. I said, 40, 50, this man shouldn't be making nothing less than 60 a year, because he's an economy in itself.
He is. I mean, so the way the deal shook out, it was 5 years, $252 million.
Yeah.
Rookie scale contract extension. He opted for the 25% max deal instead of the 30% Supermax. Left about $50 million on the table. But it's going to shake out like this. Next year is the final year of his rookie deal. He's going to make about $16.9 million.
Yeah.
Then he goes 27, 28. He makes 43.5. Then 47. Then 50.5.
Yeah.
54, and then the last year of his deal, the 31-32 season, $57.4 million.
That second contract he gonna get, that's where he gonna bang him upside the head.
That's different.
And I don't think he'll see the full of this contract. I think at some point in time they'll rip this up, and they're gonna get him on their second deal.
Yeah. That's why I know he's not worried about anything. Yeah.
Well, and again, there's I think guys to both of your points that don't have to worry about that stuff that young in their career. Because there's going to be paydays down the road for him. And I think he knows that. And I think to your point, Rob, he's looking around that room and going, well, what can I do to keep this? Like we were ahead of schedule. My 3rd year in the league, we were in the NBA Finals, and by all accounts, statistically speaking, who was it that was giving us the statistics? Kenny Atkinson. Statistically speaking, we should have won the NBA Finals. We screwed the pooch a couple times and gave some games away, and but to get back there, to have the crew to get back to where you were, and know if it's a difference of $50 million in the long run, for him, he's got to be able to look down the road and go, I'm going to make that up. I'm going to make that up next year in endorsements alone. Forget salary. Like what can I do to make sure everybody's here so we can do this?
Hey, who knows? He might have a farming gig somewhere.
Who knows?
Do you think just off the cachet and off the fact that he's a generational talent, could you see him being like the next billionaire basketball player? Just on the court, endorsements as well, when it's all said and done. I don't know what his business mind is like, so I don't know where he is when it comes to that. But just off Victor Wembanyama being the next generational thing since LeBron James, do you think you can see him possibly being the next billionaire type athlete?
The weird part about it, this is going to sound really weird. Due to the fact that he's not from the United States, it's going to be very iffy on what his endorsements are here in the States.
Yeah.
But outside of the States, like everywhere in Europe, he's going to kill it. Because the European market is a little bit different from the American market when it comes to advertising for like airlines. He has more opportunities in Europe because they put your face on everything in Europe. Right. And so he's going to have his face on everything outside of the United States. So I think he would be that guy that's going to be a billionaire, but it's not going to be from USA dollars. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
he's already, I think the report is, I don't know if it's true or not, but he's already turned down like all soda brands. Yeah. He doesn't want to represent any soda brands whatsoever, and that could just play into just the health consciousness of who he is, possibly.
Yeah, it might be, yeah. Yeah, I think this is all well and good until Uncle Shaq gets his hands on him and goes, put your face on everything. And we're all going to be eating Wembanyama gummies in a few weeks. All right, the best story for me out of Summer League has been the fight. Bam and Tyler. Bam and Tyler got into it. Hands down the best fight. We're going to talk about the Conor McGregor fight on the Friday show because that was the worst fight to come out of Vegas. The best fight to come out of Vegas. Bam and Tyler Herro get into the altercation as reported by Shams. Teammates for 7 years prior to Herro being traded as part of the Giannis deal. It reportedly stemmed from Herro criticizing Bam on social media for being paid a max contract, even though in Herro's mind, Bam's overrated defensively. And I guess he decided he's going to go ahead and put that out in the universe, and Bam didn't take too kindly to it, and hands were laid upon each other. Very reminiscent of the Draymond Green, Jordan Poole thing for me, because that was a preseason workout thing, right? Wasn't it?
No, that was practice.
Well, it was practice. Okay, so even there, they were together for 7 years. So part of that is a little bit surprising to me because you got to figure, we played on the same team. We were in the same locker room for an extended period of time. I'm surprised that went to blows, but I don't know. How would you handle it?
When I got traded, I started, come to a Laker workout and smack Shaq, because I was frustrated, let me go. But I thought better,
Yeah, I think that's probably a good idea.
But, and it's the thing, like, so many guys, when you get traded, get upset and you say shit without thinking. And he went out and said things. And for me, let's say I'm on my team, am I going to say something? If I had two choices, say something bad about Kenny Smith or Vernon Maxwell, who do you think I'm going to say something bad about?
Oh, Kenny
Smith. That ain't going to be Vernon. And he need to know who should I say something bad about his team that I ain't got to have no retaliation. And it ain't damn Bam, And I just think he made a bad choice. And so many guys get frustrated when they get traded because you love a city, you love your teammates, you love the situation, you're comfortable. Now he's in a totally different situation and he think he's cool guy and he spoke out of pocket and then now he got smacked around.
Yeah. You know what is weird too? The way you said that was, you're part of a team, you're part of a culture. It was Tim Hardaway this week who came out and was like, he was never really part of the Heat culture. And I'm like, well, he was there for 7 years. Like, where's that pull coming from? Is it? I guess I'm looking. I love Timmy, but Timmy's a Miami Heat guy. Obviously now his son is playing for the Heat. His son's going to wear number 10.
That's really cool.
I think that's awesome. And I've always liked Timmy, but that was like, I don't know, man. I felt kind of like you're defending the organization more just to get Bam off the hook a little bit. Well, he was never.
I'm gonna be honest with you. The whole like going to the squad that your pops played for, where and then you're wearing his number. I it's cool, but I do know a lot of people, and I probably side with them. If my son came and played for the team that I played for and I made my name in a certain number, I wouldn't let my son wear that number. Because I think you also got to continue to make a name for yourself. Even though we have the same name, you're a junior, you are still your own man. And if you're coming to wear my number, then everything that you do is now attached to me. And I don't even want that for you. I just don't want it for you. I don't. Because at some point in time, it's cool, it's dope, but you want your son to be, I would think you want your son to be his own man and carve out his own path.
Yeah. But it's only a 1-year deal, so who knows if he could be there next year.
Yeah, but that's why I said that's even more reason not to wear it. Like, you going to bring my number out of that just for 1 year?
Yeah.
Nah,
but you think about, it's so weird. One of the things that I always look at, and it could go forgotten about by people outside of your teammates. You think about anytime like something happens with you, like let's go back to when Tyler Herro and Amon Thompson got into it with the Rockets and he got slammed. And I think about that when he was like, all his teammates came to his rescue, he on the outside like this. Like he got up, but he was in the outside, like bounced around until someone grabbed him. Then he was like, "Oh, what are you doing?" And so for me, that thing kind of plays in guys' minds. Like, man, we came to your rescue and you fucking backed out like Homer Simpson in a bush.
Right.
And so, that's probably why other things when guys say, "Oh, he's not a part of the culture" and stuff like that. And so I don't know if that's part of it, but that's little things that to me, from being an athlete and a former player, like who comes to your rescue?
Right.
What do you do when we come? Do you get in the fray or do you sit on the side like, take care of my lightweights and walk away? You know what I mean?
Right.
So
how do you handle that? Like if you were, Robert Horry, you find out, and I'm not going to say Maxwell, but someone in the Rockets locker room is talking bad on you after you get traded. Like when you cross paths again, I mean, I can't imagine. You're not a guy to throw hands. You're just not.
To me, I don't give a shit. For me, it's like, you talk bad about me, so what? I said, unless you talk bad about me, my paycheck got cut or some money. I don't give a shit because you have your opinion.
Okay.
And for me, I'm like, I don't argue with idiots. And like, that's just your opinion. I don't give a shit about your opinion. So I'm moving on. I'm like, but I know next time you come off a screen, I'm playing against you. You're going like, oh. Yeah. Take that.
Yeah, you're gonna catch
or
an elbow.
I get a chance to hit you one time. You're gonna remember me.
I like that. Well, I mean, the only other things this week that are flying around, we really don't know much on LeBron, I guess, yet, do we? We're still just everybody's in LeBron limbo.
It's still waiting.
Yeah. We don't know what's with LeBron. We don't know what's with the Kawhi trade.
Oh yeah, that's another one that's stuck in limbo.
Yeah.
Like so many weird things this week. The only thing about the LeBron thing that is weird to me. So, according to it's the Shams, because you got to go to Shams. Is the leading suitors right now, according to him, are Cleveland, Miami, Golden State, Philly, and Minnesota. Those are the ones that seem to be in play the most. The one that I'm surprised about is Philly. Has been boiling up a lot more in the last few days.
Why are you surprised about that?
I just because of the move that they just made.
I mean, they're searching for a title.
No, I get that, but I'm like I feel like Philly's got to put pieces together they already have, and now you're like jam LeBron in there too, and it's like okay.
But I do think that adds. I think that adds another layer of leadership because you went to go get Jaylen Brown. He does have championship pedigree. He's a Finals MVP. And I think if you add somebody like LeBron, I think this really helps somebody like Tyrese Maxey, especially somebody like VJ Edgecombe, who has a bright future. Now, some people will say that takes away from their development. I don't know about that.
I don't believe in that.
I don't believe
I think it helps development.
Yeah, I think so too. When you got, especially having LeBron there, because I think as much as it is physical, it's mental as well. I think helping those young guys, create that championship thought process and keeping those guys kind of on track throughout the duration of a season, I think you need veteran presence for that. Because sometimes young guys can kind of, they can waver a little bit. And I think when you have that steadiness there with LeBron and even Jalen there, it's like, look, hey, it's a long season. We're going to fight through this. This is the way that you win. This is what you have to do to get to that next level.
I don't even think of it in that sense. I think of it in that sense a little bit, but what I'm more looking at is his ability to teach that guy that's always hurt to take care of his body.
Yeah, well, that too.
You think about it. If you think about LeBron's career, he had that groin where he slipped in against Golden State and Chris. That's only the really injury. And this year, the sciatic, that was more so.
But he's never had a major.
Yeah, he's never had a major injury. And you think about someone like Embiid who probably goes home and doesn't do what he's supposed to do to take care of himself. Now LeBron like, yo, dude, I do A, B, C, and D. Now you need to like, okay, well, I'm gonna do A, B, C, and D and see if it works for me. So I look at it on that scale because, that team is only going to go as far as Embiid allows them to. I don't care how good those guards are. You're going to need a big to deal with OKC and San Antonio.
Yeah.
And even in their East, Cat. So you have to have someone that can, counteract the bigs. And if B's not healthy, I don't give a damn if they got LeBron, everybody on the team, even if they bring back fucking PG, you need a big.
Yeah. And I think they all know that. And I think that, if LeBron decides to go there, and I'm pretty sure he's been in contact with Tyrese and he's been in contact with Jalen. But I know for sure if he has not been in contact already, if he decides to go to Philly, the first person you need to be in contact with is Joel Embiid and say, hey, big fella, let's come over here with me.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of people he's been in contact with, the weirdest thing that I saw this week was the reports that he was hanging out with Draymond Green.
Oh,
Not that was weird. It was just weird that it was being reported that they're like, Shams is writing up a play date. You know what I mean? He's like, LeBron and Draymond are going to go hang out today. And it's like,
cool. Like we can see that everybody knows that.
They've been friends forever.
Wherever LeBron goes is where, Draymond's going to sign too. So it's like, so when you get LeBron, you got two people coming with you, Bronny, Draymond.
And Draymond, yeah. You have to sign a few.
It's interesting to see how their relationship has developed over the years because Draymond hated LeBron at one point, or at least on the floor he did. I don't know personally, but to see Draymond and LeBron be as close as they are, to see them speak about each other the way that they have. I think LeBron was at Draymond's wedding and things of that nature, and just the way that they've talked about each other for the last so many years. It's been interesting and dope to see their relationship develop into what it is, because at one point in time that wasn't.
Oh, it's not the case.
I don't think that was the case.
Yeah, but that's because he went on the banana boat with the rest of them, so
yeah,
he's a banana boat guy.
Banana boat brother.
Right.
Yeah.
All right. Well, this was the tip this week that is kind of interesting. Everyone's going, when is he going to make this decision? It was announced that LeBron's going to be in attendance at Fanatics Fest in New York this week. He has a live recording of his podcast, Mind the Game, with Tyrese Halliburton on Thursday. He shoots an episode of The Shop on Friday. So people are thinking, recording a podcast live on stage Thursday night. Maybe that's where he drops it. Now, shout out, I got to get the guy's name right because I thought it was hysterical, to Nakias Duncan on Twitter for retweeting the president's announcement that he's going to have a speech to the nation Thursday at 9 p.m., and he put, quote, LeBron has a chance to do quite literally the funniest thing possible. While Trump's talking about the war. Go ahead and announce where you're going to go play and watch all the attention go completely away from real world issues to, oh shit, LeBron's going to Golden State or whatever the hell he's doing. So I'm just, at this point, I'm ready for him to make an announcement. I'm sick of the well, he was spotted here. He hung out with this guy. I'm like, all right, come on. Just say where you're going to go. I feel like he's made up his mind by now, right?
Yeah, I think so too.
And now it's just a matter of he's biding his time and trying to pick the right time to announce.
It's not that he doesn't know. I think he's known for quite some time. It's just now he's waiting to let everybody else know.
How do you tell everyone?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which was weird, because didn't we just pass, was last week the anniversary of the original decision?
Yep.
I think it was last Wednesday or something. And I was like, well, that would have been a cool moment.
What's that, 16 years?
16 years later, 2010.
I think it's really two options. To me, it's two options, with a dark horse third. The two options are Golden State and Philly. The third option is Cleveland.
And your Cleveland is your dark horse?
Yeah, here's my thing. I think Draymond knows something. I think Draymond, they're close enough to where to opt out the way that he did, there must be something. There's got to be something there. Unless he's just, I don't know what he's doing. But to do that, knowing that LeBron is trying to go somewhere else and play, and then I think Philly, I think he's really looking at that roster and saying, I really like what them going to get Jalen and with them other two young guys, and hopefully you pray to the good Lord that Embiid can stay healthy for at least half of the season.
You got a lot of praying to do.
Well, yeah.
See, I'm totally opposite. I'm thinking 1 and 2 is Cleveland and Philly. The dark horses,
Golden State. Okay.
Because let's be honest, you're not even going to finish top 4 in Golden State. Maybe 4, if you're lucky.
Yeah.
But you're not going to finish. 1, 2, and 3 is going to be if these teams stay healthy. OKC, San Antonio, Denver.
But the reason why I have Golden State in the top 2, if I got to go along with what Rich Paul said, I don't know whether I believe it or not because I don't know if this is the mentality of LeBron. Rich Paul said he's not ring chasing. And I don't know if I believe that, but let's just say that I do for the hell of it.
Why, if he wasn't ring chasing, why not just stay in fucking LA?
I've said that to you, preaching to the choir.
Yeah.
Trust me, I know. But I said, okay, cool. Let's take that and take it for what it is. Let's take him at his word. Then Golden State would be a place to be because he gets to go play with Steph and go and possibly play with Draymond. So if it was just to go play with his guys and to see what that's like and experience that.
You just played with Steph and the Limits. Want to go?
That's one thing. I'm talking about competing with each other on the same team in the NBA. I think doing that with Team USA is one thing.
I think LeBron's trying to go somewhere where he has a chance to win a championship. What's the point? Uprooting your family to go somewhere where you're just going to be playing and having fun.
Well, that's the thing. He got to go to state. He ain't got to uproot his family.
Yeah, but technically you do because you can't come home every day to your wife. She living in L.A. I know you got your own plane and shit, but no.
That kind of money, L.A. to the Bay Area ain't nothing.
Yeah, but still, it's like for me,
that's exhausting.
And then when you think about going to Philly, and it's like he loves his family. You got to, your daughter's in a stage where that's a whole new world. I know they probably won't go with him, but I'm just saying though, that's a whole new world.
Well, I think realistically, this is a 1-year thing, right?
Maybe 2.
Maybe
he wants
2.
From what we hear, he wants a 2-year deal.
Yeah, at least a 2-year deal.
God, I know. But I mean, you got to figure that however you frame this up, this is short term.
Yeah.
You don't need to uproot everybody. If you go to Philly, you're only. Longest you're gonna. I can't imagine he plays beyond 2 more seasons. I just don't. I don't see it physically. So you don't have to uproot everybody.
He probably can.
No, I'm not saying he couldn't. I'm just saying at what point do you just go, all right, I think I've done enough. You know what I mean? Like we've eclipsed the all-time scoring record, multiple championships, legacy carved. We're good.
Yeah, after Kawhi trade is null and void, he's gonna go back to the Clippers, and LeBron's gonna play for the Clippers.
That would be the biggest kick in the pants. He
loves Ty Lue.
Oh,
he's gonna go back and play for his boy Ty Lue.
It would be the biggest kick in the dick in LA history. Like people in LA would, how would honestly, if that happened, how does Los Angeles react to that?
They hate LeBron even more.
Thank you. And that's not what he's in it for. There's no way he's in it to be hated in his final season. It's funny how far Miami's drifted out of this conversation, though.
I know it, right?
Like, we were all like, oh, man, Miami's might be the place he's got. Now they're not even anybody's top 3.
But, if you really think about the Miami team, it's like it's not enough there. I know Giannis is a lot, but if you really think about it, Giannis and LeBron are the same players, just Giannis is taller. And it's like you can't keep putting the same players together. You think about when you got Westbrook, it didn't work out because Westbrook is the same thing as LeBron, a smaller player. You need pieces that fit. You think about Dwayne Wade and Chris Bosh. They were all different pieces when it came to LeBron. You can't have technically the same pieces that fit on a team Well, so that's the thing, because all you gotta do is pack the paint when you play Miami. Oh, we're gonna pack the paint.
Yeah, but it's the East.
Your 3 guys that like to drive, bam, we gonna pack the paint. Let y'all shoot jumpers, and we gonna live and die with your jump shots.
Yeah, but my only argument on Miami is it's the East. And I feel like if he's gonna... I feel like it's hard to go anywhere in the West and feel like you have a legitimate shot to win.
Exactly.
I mean, realistically. Because you're not going to OKC, you're not going to San Antonio, and you're not going to Denver. And those 3 are juggernauts. You don't know what the Lakers are going to look like. You know you're not there.
Luke Cornett's trying to get him to come.
Luke Cornett. I still got a problem with Luke Cornett. Shut down Magic City night. I'll never forgive that man. But you got to figure, if there's a place where you can go and play and meet both circumstances, right? Like, you can be in contention and you can have fun. It's going to be in the East. Because even if you look at Miami, you're right, it's not enough. But with Giannis and Bam and LeBron in the East, that's probably enough to get you in the top 6, right?
But then when you but his top 6, is that good enough, though?
Well, it gets you into the playoffs. And then it goes, okay, can we win some playoff series? And Boston has been basically uprooted and changed completely. Yeah. Philly's got a lot of pieces, but they need those pieces to figure out if they fit and how to play together and who's getting what role on that team. So, I mean, once that starts to come together, those are front runner teams. You don't know what Detroit's going to look like this year. I would imagine much like they did last year. Obviously, are we still in limbo with what's his name, with Duran?
Duran, yep.
Where he's still stuck in limbo, so I haven't heard anything on that. So you don't know. It's Halliburton's supposed to be back, right?
Yeah, Halliburton should be back.
Will be back. So what will Indiana look like? I don't know. I have no idea. So I just don't feel like there's a lot in your way in the East. So if you want to go screw around and have fun and go back to Miami and have it be the homecoming, okay. If you want to do the same thing in Cleveland, okay. But Golden State, to me, just feels like a losing proposition. Yeah. Okay, you get to play with Steph, you get to play with Draymond, great. But you're going to have juggernauts, man, that you're going to have to fight. You're going to have to fight constantly to get out of the West. So it just doesn't seem like it makes sense for me. But, all right, well, we'll see what he does. Long way to go. All right, what else? What else is going on? All right, we brought up Kawhi. We'll talk about it briefly. Trade's on hold. And Adam Silver, God bless Adam Silver, first guy to put his hands up and go. Not me. I didn't do that. I didn't put that trade on hold. That was the teams. The teams did that. And I'm like, right, but it's an NBA investigation. That's why it's on hold, buddy.
So technically you did it.
Yeah, you can pass that buck all you want, but it's on hold because of an NBA investigation.
Right.
But there is a lot of chatter, though. A lot of chatter that Kawhi very well could be suspended at the start of next season if this thing shakes out the way it's going. So do you think Toronto continues on with this trade?
Yep.
Knowing there's a good possibility maybe he misses the first couple months of the season.
Yep.
Are we having another B.I. Is B.I. going to be the new Brown? I ain't going back. I ain't doing it. You got to get rid of me.
I mean, I still think they pursue him. I think they really, really wanted him back. Yeah. I think you had to kind of have an understanding. It's hard for me to believe that there's no one who thought something like this could have taken place while also trading for him. Like the guys around the league know, organizations know when certain cases are not closed. Just because we ain't heard much about it lately, that doesn't mean the case is closed.
Oh no, it's still And they're
it'd be
10 months into the investigation.
Right. I'm hard pressed for them to not have people in the front office, the GM, the owner, to know that, hey, he still has this over his head, but we really still do want him. Yeah. Let's go moving. Let's move forward with this, knowing that we can still also have to deal with this ordeal. And this is exactly.
But then there's also other things about Kawhi coming out too. So, like he owes the Clippers for a vacation he did. And so
I didn't hear that.
Yeah.
Well, look.
Apparently he took a trip.
Okay.
And the Clippers paid for it, and he's supposed to pay the Clippers back, but he hasn't paid them back yet. And so that's like another one of the violations that has come out. So
was this? I mean, what kind of vacation was this that he couldn't just pay for it out of his own pocket?
that's what I'm saying. So it's a lot. It's more and more stories coming out about what the organization has done for Kawhi, and that was not legit. So I'm interested because did anyone else see? I didn't get a chance to see it because I was at Disney. The press conference from Adam.
I watched a little bit of it on Twitter, clips.
Okay, I wanted to know I didn't know what it was about. So I'm really interested to see what goes down in the next couple of days because I think with all the reports that are coming out of LA now about what things they're finding out, more stuff they find out about Kawhi and the Clipper organization, what's going to really happen.
I think for the most part, all Adam really said was that the NBA didn't put the pause button on this trade, but it's going to it's pending on the outcome of the NBA's investigation. But he put his hands up and just said, we didn't do this. And it was like, well, yeah, I mean, you didn't put a hold on the trade, but you have an active investigation against the player. No management is going to move forward until that's concluded and closed. And the NBA basically said, well, when it's done, it's done. They don't have any kind of agenda to be like, well, let's get this wrapped up before the season starts. Or no, it was just kind of, I think I have a quote, what was it? NBA spokesperson, we don't have a specific timeline for the conclusion of the investigation, but expect the firm to finalize its work in the coming weeks. That's about as vague as you can get. And we'll get to it when we get to it. So, I don't know, man. I'm just surprised that
that to me sound like we're trying to figure out his punishment. So we get back to you.
We're working on some stuff. We're working on some stuff behind the scenes. We got Adam to rubber stamp a few things for us and let us know that we can blow him out. A couple more small signings, then we'll do Big Shot of the Week, and then we are going to play Black Crime or White Crime.
Black Crime, White Crime.
It returns because I have for you arguably the whitest white guy story of all time, which I think you'll both enjoy. A couple more signings. Gary Trent Jr. agreed to a 4-year, $64 million deal to stay with Milwaukee, so he remains a Buck.
He got big money.
He did. 4 years, 64 for Gary Trent
He's
Jr.
a shooter, though.
Yeah, it's a good deal, though. Damn, 4 years. And then Jordan Clarkson agreed to a 1-year, $4 million deal to return to the Knicks. So he's going to go back for a year to New York. So a couple little small signings floating around. Let's do Big Shot of the Week. Big Shot of the Week is going to go to an 11-year-old named Avery Woolery from Kentucky, and here is why. Avery jumped into an apartment pool alone last week to pull out a man who'd gone underwater and lost consciousness. Nobody else at the pool was doing anything to help. Didn't realize the man had lost consciousness. I guess Avery noticed. Got into the water, got the man to the pool deck where a bystander started CPR until first responders arrived. He was taken to the hospital in critical condition, but he's going to survive. And Avery's dad said couldn't be prouder to watch his son make the call and act when no adult around him would. Big shot.
That's what's up.
Yeah, that's you're seeing so much of that now. You just saw that group of guys jumped into the water and saved that guy in the truck.
I saw that too. Yeah.
So I'm happy for people when they put their lives on the line to try to save someone else. That's a big shout out.
Big time. And a kid, an 11-year-old kid.
Yeah.
To be surrounded by adults who aren't doing anything and decide, nope, I'm gonna jump in here and get this done. Good for him, man. That's really freaking cool. So big shot, Avery. All right. So every now and then on this game, I will roll out a story, and both of you will say, oh, I hope that's not us. That has happened multiple times on Black Crime or White Crime. The minute I read this story, I went, oh, shit, that's us. I knew it immediately. So a man in Indiana is accused of cutting off his own penis and using it to start a fire. Christopher Pedden was charged with 1 count of arson, which carries a potential prison sentence of up to 12 years. Fort Wayne firefighters were dispatched to a garage fire, while at the same time authorities were called to reports of a stabbing. Turns out they were both the same thing. Christopher Pedden said he went to the garage, cut off his penis with a kitchen knife, poured gasoline on it, and set it on fire of the floor of the garage just inside the door, and then walked away until he encountered police. He was obviously treated and arrested. He's charged with a level 4 felony for arson.
I
have so many questions.
How can you walk away?
Like,
Don't you bleed out terribly?
yeah, like that's like I'm with both of you. How do you walk off? Part 2 for me. I'm gonna start a fire. What do I need to start a fire? Well, let's start with my own dick. Like, no, that's not like there's no road to that. You know what I mean?
Yo, man, how about I use my wood to start a fire?
And I read the story and went, this guy is 100% a white guy. Like, this is 100% a white guy.
All right. It's a white crime. Let's move on.
I don't understand it.
That's disturbing.
It's just
bro.
disturbing and upsetting, and there's no road to sanity in this story at all. But
I like some Cape Fear shit.
oh God, dude, you're not kidding, man. Anyway, it brought me to if this is the whitest white guy story of the week, we got to play Black Crime or White Crime. Why the hell not? Why wouldn't I use this as an opportunity to play a good game? All right, so story number 1. A Maryland man robbed a Truist bank while staring directly into the security camera. No mask, no hesitation. He later had to walk himself into the police station on his own and turn himself in after multiple warrants were issued for his arrest. Because he was very easily identified. He was looking right into the camera. Guy who stared down the security camera while robbing a bank. Black guy or white guy?
I'm gonna go black.
I'm gonna go white, even though I think I'm gonna go white because that's some bold ass shit to do.
Bold.
And then walk into. I don't think we gonna turn ourselves in hard. So I'm gonna go at white crime.
Okay.
I'm gonna say black.
Okay, point's gonna go to Robert Horry. Kevin Hitch, a 52-year-old white man. Yeah. Stared down that camera and said, that was probably pretty
I
stupid.
thought it was one of them trick ones.
That's my bad. Well, they're all supposed to be trick ones.
But some of them are a little more obvious than others.
What, guy who cut off his penis could have been a black guy? No, actually, he couldn't have. That's pretty obvious. All right. All right, story number 2. 1-0 Robert Horry. A trespassing suspect, tried to post his own $250 bail with 4 counterfeit $100 bills, telling the Chesterfield County Magistrate John Davis to, quote, keep the change. He gave him $400 on a $250 bail.
That's us.
Davis noticed the paper looked off before the offer had even landed. So the guy who tried to pay his own bail money in counterfeit 100s.
Black.
Black guy, white guy.
Black guy want his change back. White.
No.
Wow.
Because if he knows,
He trying to get out as fast as possible.
nah, I think if he know it's fake, it's probably more where that came from. So keep the change.
Keep the change.
It's all good.
All right. Even it up, Brendan Harper. That was an unnamed black man. Yeah, sure.
We only want our change back when we know that money real. Oh no, I need that back.
Keep the fake shit. The real stuff, I'm okay with my change. All right, story number 3. An unnamed 17-year-old was caught firing a Roman candle in the middle of a street, claiming he was, quote, just having fun. When the police stopped him and searched his backpack, it was a different story. There was a stolen gun, weed, ammo, and a bunch more fireworks. So, dude standing middle of the street in busy traffic, just firing off Roman candles. Black kid, white kid.
That could be black, white, or Mexican. No?
Wow.
I'm gonna say
that's a different game.
I'm gonna say black.
I'm gonna go white.
Pulling back into the lead is Robert Horry. That's a white kid. Unnamed, yeah.
Okay.
Usually fireworks tend to be.
Nah, we know how to work them fireworks too now.
Well, yeah.
It kind of threw me off when you said weed and a gun in the backpack. I was like, that might be a brother.
Okay.
But then you said you throw in the middle of the street.
Middle of the street seems to be, yeah. That's us a lot of times. Middle of playing in traffic. All right, 2 unnamed Ohio teens accidentally left a backpack full of weed and cash in a charity shop's donation bin, then panicked and went back for it. But a volunteer had already caught the smell and called it in. When they returned to get their backpack, they were arrested on sight. So, oops, we donated a backpack full of weed and cash to the Goodwill. Black kids, white kids.
White kids.
White.
2 unnamed black kids. No. All right. Number 5. A Dallas PD senior corporal moonlighting as an overnight store security guard, allegedly used an illegal, a literal trash grabber tool to snag AirPods off of high shelves, using it to walk away with roughly $37,000 in Apple gear before getting caught on cameras that he didn't know were there. So he's a Dallas PD corporal. He's working his overnight security, and he's using one of those like trash picker arms to get up onto the high shelves and steal AirPods. Did not know
That's
that he
Harper
was
Uncle.
on camera. That's Harper's uncle.
Black.
Black.
And yet again, that's a white man.
That's a white guy?
That was a white guy, yeah.
Oh, that was your cousin.
The clue should have been he had 2 jobs. No, hey, that's no.
Oh, come on.
Don't do that. Don't say that.
Hey.
That's terrible. That's terrible. Whoever said that. Don't do that. All right. Story number 6. An unnamed shoplifter walked out of a Florida liquor store with a bottle of vodka, but not before asking the clerk if he could maybe take her out on a date. He left his name and his real phone number, which police used to call him for his date, and arrested him for shoplifting. Black guy, white guy.
Black.
In unison, there is redemption. Yeah, that was a black guy.
What's up, girl?
Hey,
Shit, you looking
she.
kind of cute.
Yeah, let me leave you my info.
Let me throw you my number. Just
Stupid.
ignore the bottles of liquor underneath my coat. All right, story number 7. 2 to go. An unnamed Louisiana man tried to return a print. Oh, come on now. An unnamed Louisiana man tried to return a printer to Target, forgetting he'd left evidence of counterfeiting still loaded inside the machine. The copy bills were still in the print deck, and it led to his arrest because he returned it with a credit card. So dude buys a printer at Target with a credit card, uses it to counterfeit money, returns it with the counterfeit money still inside.
White.
Black guy, white guy.
When you said use a credit card, I almost went white. But I'm gonna go black just for the hell of it.
Oh, okay. Pulling even. Beat out Brandon Harper. Yeah, there you go.
Credit card, white guy.
Yeah, well, counterfeiting.
Bought on black people got credit cards too.
No, but I'm like, it's counterfeit. Black people don't really counterfeit, do they?
Yeah. No, not often. Not that I know of.
Okay. Not a high-tech counterfeiting operation. He was using a printer Target, so I mean, you know what I mean? I don't know. All right, last story. An unnamed Georgia parent brought their young child along with them to rob a pet shop, and in the chaos of fleeing, accidentally left the child behind at the scene. Thankfully, the kid was old enough to know the things that kids are supposed to know. What's your name, and where do you live, young man? Told the police officer his name, where he lived, and his pop got quickly arrested. So Georgia parent rob a pet shop, leave the kid behind.
Now, I think they purposely left out, or you may have purposely left out what was robbed from the pet store.
No, it didn't say in the story.
Okay.
But what are you doing robbing a pet store?
Maybe our dog needs some food.
Yeah, but you left the kid behind. Which one's more important? I don't know why you rob a pet store. That's the thing that threw me.
I'm surprised I didn't hear about this story. I'm gonna edge it to white.
Oh, he's edging to white. Robert.
That man, I go to the pet store a lot, and I hardly ever see any fucking brothers in there.
Well, it's probably because the one that was in there was trying to rob the place and left his kid behind. It was a black guy. Yeah, the black guy. Yeah.
First of all, here's the thing about that story. Black guy pet store, I get it. We do go there every once in a while.
It's a pet store. Everybody goes.
How your kid gonna snitch on you? Black kids don't snitch.
Well, he was just left behind.
But,
son, what's your name and where do you live?
Yeah,
I'll take you home.
He's not thinking that it's gonna connect. The kids worry about just getting back home. Mm-hmm. The kid's not thinking that, hey, I give all of my information, that's where they're going to find my pops, too.
Meanwhile, there's like dogs in the kennel that are like, snitches get stitches, dude, shut up.
Yeah.
All
right.
Hey, first thing I tell my kids, hey, some shit go down, you just shut up. Don't say nothing.
This is the first thing you teach your children. This is wonderful. I'm going to get home today and
you
teach
don't
my
know
daughter.
Nothing?
Yeah.
Say, take me to my grandmama's house.
Daddy ain't in the picture. I ain't seen my daddy in years.
I don't know my daddy.
You don't know me? You ain't seen me? Yeah. And make sure you get that dog food on the way out because we were here for a reason.
Yep.